Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, and today I'm back with episode number 49 of my Road to the Show series here on MLB The Show 16. So as you saw there, the Baltimore Orioles win the World Series. Our former team perhaps a bit vilified after, of course, trading Lowry to Toronto, where he didn't really break out there. I'd say he definitely broke out when he was traded to St. Louis, but anyway, we simmed through the offseason, and you can see our one major addition to the roster this year is Julio Teheran. And you can see the rest of the roster. It's kind of a top-heavy roster. We don't have a lot of depth on this team. We have like 7 or 8 pretty good players, like myself, Teheran, Manny Machado, Brandon Belt, Colton Wong. We've got a pretty good starting rotation, but really the back half of the lineup is pretty thin. So it's going to be interesting to see how this team kind of plays out this year, see if this is an effective way of building a roster, at least on this game, because I'm going to be curious to find out myself. We've got a lot of money tied up in our first few guys, and the way this roster is being built makes me think that I am going to leave in free agency in a couple years because, you know, more than anything else, I want to be competing for World Series as much as possible, and I'm just not sure we're going to be able to do it with, you know, paying guys like Manny Machado and Julio Teheran, you know, upwards of 25-30 million. I mean, I know that they're good players, but that's just a lot of money for 2 guys. So anyway, you can see here, I'm going to end up allowing a run here early on in this Pittsburgh game. This is actually opening day. You can see the catcher there score. So it's 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th, and it's Eric Osmer at the dish, and I get him with the high fastball, 100 miles an hour on the gun. And then it's Josh Harrison behind the count 1-2. He goes down looking at the slider there. So a pair of strikeouts. Now it's the catcher for Pittsburgh up again, and that's going to be an easy 4-6-3 double play turned by the St. Louis infield there. So here we go now, Jung Ho Gong up, and he actually is going to take that pitch, and for some reason the runner there decided to try and steal third. That was not a bright choice. He gets thrown out. Now we're on to the 7th, still a 5-1 lead. That one is destroyed to deep left center field. Marcell Ozuna goes yard, a solo home run. Gives Pittsburgh their second run of the afternoon, makes it a 5-2 game. You can see he absolutely smoked that one 428 feet. Now it's Pedro Alvarez up. He's going to ground one back up the middle, but the shortstop makes the play, ranging to his left, and then a 6-4-3 DP gets Lowry out of the inning. Onto the bottom of the 8th, it's Gregory Polanco. That one skips just under the leg of Jim Lowry. It would be fielded by Wong, but not nearly in time. And so after this, you can see kind of hobbling around on the mound, and the manager didn't want to take any chances, so he pulls Jim. After 7 innings of work, we go on to pick up the win as the Cardinals win 9-2. Lowry, not his best stuff today, 3 strikeouts to 3 walks, but only surrendered the 2 runs over 7 innings of work. And you can see here, the stats, the peripheral's not looking so bad here to start the year, but once again, the ERA a little bit high like it was last year early on. So we'll see if we can improve on that as we enter our second start. Not our second start of the year, but the second month, which means our second gameplay start. And it's going to be coming up against the Los Angeles Dodgers. So here we go. This is Hector Oliveira up at the dish. And this is something I started doing a little bit more in this game, is using the 2-seamer on 2 strike counts. There I go to the slider to retire the catcher. But I got Oliveira with the 2-seamer that dove in on his legs there for the first strikeout of the afternoon. And then here I go with the slider on him, and he takes that one the other way, deep to right field. And that is going to go over the right fielder's head there. So played off the wall, but it will be a double for the Cuban import Hector Oliveira. Now with one down, Devin Mesoraco at the dish. He goes down on the 4-seam fastball, 97, and that would be a big out number 2. Now Jock Peterson up. He's going to pop one up. First base side, Belt camping under it, calling everyone off, and he makes the play. Didn't make it look too easy, but makes it nonetheless, so the game remains scoreless here into the 5th inning. And now another strikeout, this one coming on that 2-seamer, running it down and in on hitters. Now it is Scott Schebler at the dish, 2-2 count. He goes down on the changeup, the first strikeout on a changeup so far for Big Jim. Now facing the leadoff man, A.J. Pollock, and he gives this one a ride deep to left field, and that ball is gone into the bleachers. A solo home run, and the Dodgers are on the board here behind A.J. Pollock's solo homer, as that is going to make it a 1-0 game. And now LA on top, and it is Peterson grounding this one to the first baseman, flip to second, and it goes into left field. That is an errant throw from Belt. Everyone is going to advance, and here comes the runner around third. The relay home is not in time. So that's going to make it a 2-0 game now, as the Cardinals starting to unravel here. It is Devin Mesoraco at the dish with no one out, and that one's going to get through the legs of the catcher right there. Runner will advance to third. Now Mesoraco's just got to get one in play here, and he does just that. Ground ball to the shortstop, throw onto first in time, but a run scores. That makes it 3-0 LA now. Here is Now it's Yasmani Grandal at the dish. He goes down on the high fastball. A couple of you guys might be wondering how they have Grandal and Mesoraco in the same lineup. I believe Mesoraco is playing a first base here. But anyway, another strikeout of this guy with the stirrups and the cut fastball. So Lowry, overall effective, but could not get the job done. Does suffer the loss. Falls to 3 and 4. 7 strikeouts, though, in 6 frames. Gave up the 3 runs, but only 2 were earned, and honestly, I would say only 1 was earned because we should have turned a double play on that ground ball to the first baseman. But anyway, we make a small trade there. Carson Kelly out, Michael Capesh in, and you can see the Cardinals kind of hovering around playoff contention right now, 2 games out of that second wild card spot. So, you know, kind of doing our part to stay in it early this season. Certainly not, you know, making it easier for ourselves later on because we are going to have to make up some ground at some point. But still in it, which is what counts at this point in the year. That's really all I'm looking for. So now we're taking on the Cubs in the 3rd and final start for this episode. And check out the play by the shortstop, making the throw in time, and Albert Almora is retired. A very impressive play by Freddie Galvis, who robs the Cubs leadoff man of a base hit right there. So a great play by the former Philly infielder. And Lowry, of course, appreciating the great defense. We've seen a lot of it so far playing with St. Louis. I think that's been one thing. We've probably seen more of in St. Louis than we did in Toronto or Baltimore. Is good defense behind us. But there we lose Bryant for a walk, so it's going to be a man out for Addison Russell. The runner goes, and the throw is in time. So Bryant is retired on the stolen base, or on the caught stealing, I should say. Moving on to the second now, it is a 2-1 count. That's going to be a ground ball to Galvis. Flip to second for 1, on to first. Easy 6-4-3 double play. That retires the first 2 men this inning, and now it's Javier Baez up to lead off things in the third 1-2 count. He goes down, could not catch up with the 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and you can't really blame him. I mean, who can these days? Albert Almora up now in the 4th. He's going to ground this one just in front of the mound there. Lowry makes a nice play, ranging to his right, setting and throwing in time for the out, and then Chris Bryant up. He goes down on the slider right there, so another strikeout for Big Jim. Still no runs across here for Chicago. It's Addison Russell. He's going to earn the walk right there, though, as that fastball misses on 3-2. Now it is Yonder Alonso with 2 down, poking this one into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. The runner will come around third and score, and the Cubs are now on the board. That makes it a 3-1 ball game. Kyle Schwarber up next, 2 outs in the inning still. He pokes this one down the line to left on the run. A nice play made, and that will retire the side. So the game remains 3-1. Now it's Baez up, and he's going to go down for the second time today. This time 97. That fastball with a little bit of cut on it. Now it is Aaron Altair, and he is just browsing. Another triple-digit fastball there that Altair didn't even try to swing at. Now John Lester up, and there we go. Once again, 99 on the 4-seamer, and Lester not liking the call, but he goes down nonetheless. Now it's Arismendi Alcantara up, ground ball to the third baseman. Machado to second for 1, on to Belt at first. Easy 5-4-3 double play. Another one turned by this Cardinals infield, and now it is Addison Russell leading things off in the 7th. He goes down on the 99-mile-an-hour fastball right there. So Lowry really starting to pick it up as the game goes on here. It's Tommy LaStella, though, driving this one towards the gap in right center field. That's going to get down, cut off by Borges out in center. He gets the throw in, but not before the runners are going to advance to second and third here. So Lowry put in a tough spot at 100 pitches. It's Almora up. He's going to rip one into left, and that's going to get down into the corner there. 2 runs will score, and this is going to make it a 1-run ball game now as the lead is cut to 4-3. Lowry unraveling a bit here in the 8th inning, and that would do it. His day would be done. Well over 100 pitches by this point, and he is finally going to be pulled. So he goes on to pick up the win. We do hold the lead thanks to the bullpen. 7 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned, 6 strikeouts. So not really great performances in any of those starts, I would say, but Lowry's getting his numbers down now. Finally, ERA is below 3 and kind of restored to normalcy, I would say. You can see the strikeout to walk ratio there, pretty impressive. The FIP is 2.53, which is actually an improvement on last year, so that's very encouraging. But anyway, we're going to be moving into the final 3 starts of the 2020 regular season in the next episode. Hope you guys did enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.